Next is right here. Again, this part tells where you want the density to start. This is an attribute, that's why you see negative. The word AT means attribute. Okay, the attribute of what? The fluid, which is the density. XI means the index of it. Again, this is an attribute. Where do you want to start? I want to start 0 here. Let me change this to, let's say, 20. Okay, hit edit. And now you can see that since at 20 it would start right here. If I hit play, the smoke trail starts right here rather than at 0. Okay, so what does this depend on? If you select the fluid, make sure you're in the shape node right here. You scroll all the way up. Look at the x-axis. Okay, this is the x-axis. My total resolution is 100. So if I type in 20, that means I'm using only 1/5 of it. Okay, 1/5 of the distance. Let's say you know this is 100. The total length is 100, and I type in 50 and hit edit, and now you know that it should start right here. Okay, so that's, if I go 90, then it should be very close to 100. Let me change it to 90 right there. Okay, and that's what this command, this line means. Okay, let me pause it, change back to 0. And next is this y, index y. Again, think of the index as where along this this axis you want to stop. Okay, since I want to start it anywhere within the resolution, and then it depends on this variable, okay, this container. Okay, so this, the one that we got is right here, which is right here. So you take the number of tracers, you divide them equally, and then you put it along this range, and that's what the y index means. Okay, so again, if I put it at 0, say put at 0, edit, I know it's down there. Let's say put at again, this depends on the y resolution. Right now my y resolution is 30, and let's say if I make it 15, it starts right there. Okay, and now I know you're going to say, well, what happened to my 3 tracers? Now it's why it's only 1, because you type in 15. What that means is you combining all the 3 tracers into 1, and that's why now you see only 1 tracer rather than 3 tracers. Okay, and that's why it's very important if you use this formula right here, which means take the number of tracers right here. Okay, along this range, y-axis, which is right here. Okay, take the number of items, whether it's 1 tracer, 2 tracer, 3, and divide them, add them equally in half. Okay, so if it's 0.5, it starts in the middle. If 0.7, it starts up here. 0.9, you know, it starts all the way up here. Okay, so let me go back and change this y to $, y index. Again, it has to be specific. Type it very carefully. This means the float value of what? The density. Instead of typing the word float, I can type in FL. That's the attribute of the density. Okay, so this is the density right here, and then of what? Of the fluid shape, like that. Okay, if you call this contain something else, you have to change right here, and you have to change right here, and you have to change over here and over here. Okay, so that's the mail script. Again, I'm going to since the expression editor won't allow me to make the window bigger, I'm going to hold down Control, scroll the mouse to make the text bigger. That way you can see. So what I would do is take a snapshot of this and type it out. Okay, and then make sure you type everything correctly. Okay, and then in the next video I'll show you how to use a 3D container. Okay, I'm gonna close it. Okay, so before I close, let me show you another thing. If you scroll all the way down, okay, you can keep everything the same. You can open dynamic simulation. make sure gravity is 9.8. Keep everything the same. And under content detail, open the density. Right here, the density you usually want 1, and buoyancy you want to be 0 because you don't want the fluid to go up. Okay, if I go, see how the fluid tends to go up. If I go like this, the fluid tends to fall down like that. So you want this number to be 0. Okay, and if you want, instead of like perfectly straight line, okay, you can open a little bit, turn a little bit the noise like that. So let me create an object and put it in. Let me create a Polygon Sphere. I'm going to rotate this way 90 degrees. I'm going to move it in. I'm going to delete the history. I'll go up to my custom tool, delete history. Remember, you can go edit, delete by type, history. Okay, so I'm going to scale a little bit smaller, a little bit, and now it's a little bit bigger. Now, if you want to the sphere to collide with the fluid, make sure you select it first. Okay, I could freeze transform, modify freeze transform, which is right here. Select the fluid, shift select the select this, shift select the fluid. Make sure you're in the dynamics menu, go fluid, and then make collide. So now if I rewind and play, there it goes, it collides. I can also make this a little bit thinner. Pretend this is an airplane wing. Okay, now let's say you want to change your color. Make sure you select the fluid container. You go into attribute editor. You scroll all the way down. Oh, before I do that, let me show you what the noise does. Let's say if I load the noise. Okay, it looks like a perfect stream of wind. If you increase the noise, now you see this little turbulence and that makes it look more realistic. Okay, so you can tone down. Now if you go down into shading, open up shading, let me stop it. You lower down the transparency when it almost touches this line. Okay, and then next is you get the edge drop off is where this edge drop off. If I go like this and play it, if I increase, see how the edge starting to fade away, and here the edge fade away. You can make this to be 0.12 if you want. Okay, next will be the color. Right here, I don't want it to be constant. I want to change your speed. Okay, and then let's say I click another one and turn this to be blue. Done. Okay, so now the left side means the slower speed, the right side means the faster speed. Okay, make sure you choose this one as speed, and then the rest you can keep it same as temperature and density. That's not important. Let me show you what these does. I'll rewind and hit play. Okay, right now notice that on the right side, that's the faster speed. That's why you see the blue area. Anything slow, it's the white. It's always on the left. So if I select the object and hit rotate, now if you go into up here under end cloth and you pick this interactive playback right there, now you can change it while it's playing. Okay, you can't do it down here using this menu. So right there, for example, if an airplane is stalling like this, you can see that any arrow right here, white, that means it's slow speed, and anything that's blue is faster speed. Let me pause it, hit escape to stop, and then select the fluid. And next is the input bias. Let me play again. I'll rewind and play. What that means is, do you want to show, if I move it to the left, that means it will show more of the slower speed. You see right there? If I want to show more of the faster speed, I'll move it over here. This way it's good for you to tell, okay, where's the faster speed, okay, and where's the slower speed. If I want to see more of the slower speed, then I'll move it over this side. If I don't need to see any of the fast speed, I'll move it all the way to the left. Likewise the other way. Okay, that's how you do it. Now if you scroll down, all the way down, again the density, you can move it anything on the left it's the starting point, anything on the right is the end point. Let's say I go like this. Pay attention to the streamline, it's very thin. If I move it all the way up here, you see how the smoke gets thicker right here, like that, and that's what it does. I'll close these. Scroll all the way down until you see the word extra attribute open up. Scroll down. Because you type in some command, now you have the tracers. So let me rewind and hit play. Okay, let me fix this problem. Okay, yeah, the density, make sure this side is all the way down. Rewind and play. Scroll down. Okay, now with tracers, I can go down to 0, no tracer. I can go 1, 2, all the way to as many as 1. That's why in the programming, the mail script right here, let me reopen it. Make sure fluid shape is selected. Go window, animation editor, expression. Make sure you select the expression name. So right here it tells me how many traces. This command right here tells me how many traces there are. Okay, and that's why right here it tells me you start at 0, and if the item is less than, let's say, 1 tracer, then keep adding as many as you want, and that's what this code means. Okay, let me close it. So rewind. And the wind speed, let me play it. I can have it really slow. Let me reduce down to 2. I can increase the wind speed really fast right there, or really slow. Okay, and let me see. Okay, let me go back up here where, let's say I want the mid-range. I click right here and I can change a different color. Let's say I change to green. Then it tells me right here the medium speed is somewhere right here. Okay, so, and I can set this to be 0 in the range. Okay, so if I hit play, if I want to favor more of the slower speed, I move it to the left, and I can tell anywhere right that's gonna be the slower speed. Okay. And another thing is about 2D fluid container. Since I create using 2D fluid container, I know you can scale this one bigger. Hold on Control left mouse drag it, or you can do right mouse middle mouse drag. However, since it's a 2D container, the fluid will always be flat. See, no matter how big you scale it, right there, you can see it's always flat. Okay, if you want it thicker, you have to use a 3D container. I'll show you that in the next video. So let me go back to point 5. Again, if you select the object and you hit go into enclave and hit the interactive playback, you can change anywhere you want. I can move it up or down like that. You can scale if you want to. Okay, hit escape. So this concludes the fluid dynamics tutorial. In the next one I'll show you how to do the 3D container.